Let's start with labels. This is how our form currently looks like. So the labels are short and clear. Now what if we change this form to something like this? At first you may think the labels are more descriptive, so it's better. But actually it's quite the opposite. This form is too noisy. Users don't have too much patience online, or even offline. We're constantly bombarded with information from the moment we wake up to when we go to bed. So by reducing the noise and unnecessary words in your forms or in your pages in general, you can increase usability and user engagement. So keep the labels to 1 or 2 words and be concise. Don't use ambiguous and mysterious words. Now in terms of alignment, we've got 3 choices: top, right, and left. Let's study each of these in more detail. Left align takes the most brain power and is the slowest, because often we associate things that are close to each other as related. When there is a gap between a label and an input field, your brain needs to think a bit harder to relate those things. Now let's see how the user's eyes move when they try to fill out a form like this. So you see there is a lot of eye movement. Down, right, down, right, down, right. And that's another reason that left-aligned labels slow down users. Now look at an example of right-aligned labels. Labels and fields are pretty close, and they look like a couple. There's no gap. Now look at the eye movements. There's less movement here. We still have the right and down pattern, but it's not as bad as left-aligned labels. And finally, look at this image. Here again, labels and fields are pretty close. Now look at the eye movement. The user's eyes only need to look down. They don't go to the right and down and right and down. But one downside of top-aligned labels is that they require more vertical space. So if vertical space is an issue, you would better use right-aligned labels. Otherwise, go for top-aligned. So with forms, it's best to stick to top or right-aligned labels.